Okay, so if you're a fan of thrillers that keep you guessing right up to the very last page, then you definitely know the name John Grisham. But his newest novel, The Widow, is something totally different from his usual stuff. Today, we're going to break down exactly what makes this book so exciting and why you've got to read it. I mean, for decades, John Grisham has been the undisputed king of the legal thriller. His name is basically a synonym for tense courtroom showdowns, clever lawyers, and justice hanging in the balance. Just look at this cover. It screams classic Grisham, right? That suspenseful vibe we all know. But with The Widow, he is trying something totally new. And honestly, that's what has everyone talking. Think about it. After mastering one genre for so long, he's stepping into a completely different arena, and the result is absolutely electrifying. He's taking all that incredible skill for building suspense and aiming it at a classic. Whodunit. So what does that even mean? Well, it means we get to be the detectives. It's a mystery where we're challenged to figure out who committed the crime right alongside the main character. So instead of just watching the legal battle after the fact, we're on the ground piecing together clues from the very beginning. For Grisham, this is a whole new game, and it just cranks the suspense up to a whole other level.
All right, so how does this whole thing kick off? It all starts with a case that seems, well, almost too good to be true, especially for a lawyer who's really down on his luck. You know, the kind of career-making case that could change everything.
Seriously, just imagine it for a second. You're barely scraping by, and then bam, the client of a lifetime walks right through your door. But what if that perfect client is hiding something? What if their whole story is built on a foundation of secrets?
And here's the initial setup. On one side, you've got Simon Latch, our struggling lawyer out in rural Virginia. On the other, his new client, Eleanor Barnett. She's an elderly widow who supposedly has a secret fortune. On the surface, it seems like a slam dunk, a simple, super lucrative case that's going to solve all of his problems.
But come on, this is a John Grisham novel. You know it's never going to be that simple. That perfect case starts to fall apart, and it falls apart fast, spiraling into a complete nightmare that Simon could never have seen coming.
And just look at how quickly things go off the rails. First, he lands this incredible, life-changing client. Check. But then her story starts to have some major holes in it. Then disaster strikes. A suspicious car crash lands her in the hospital. And in the final, shocking twist, Simon himself becomes the prime suspect, accused of her murder. I mean, what a turn of events. So yeah, the tables have completely 100% turned. The lawyer is now the one on trial, caught in this desperate race against the clock to find the real killer and save his own life. And just look at what he's up against. The charge is murder. The evidence against him is circumstantial, sure, but it is strong. More than enough to put him away for good. The stakes couldn't be higher. We're talking life in prison. His only way out is to do what the police couldn't, or maybe wouldn't do, and find the person who actually did it. So that's the story, and it is incredibly compelling. But let's pivot for a second. What's the real-world reaction been like? Let's take a look at the massive buzz this book has generated.
First off, bam! #1 on the New York Times bestseller list right out of the gate. That tells you everything you need to know about how excited people were for this. And, it proves Grisham still got that magic.
And the numbers totally back it up. We're talking huge reader engagement here. It's sitting at #2 on the Amazon charts this week, which is awesome. But look at this. Over 33,000 ratings on Goodreads and another 23,000 on Amazon. It's clear that people aren't just reading this book. They are absolutely devouring it.
And they aren't just reading it, they're loving it. A 4.4 out of 5-star average across tens of thousands of reviews, that is an incredible score. It just goes to show that this new direction for Grisham is a massive success with his readers.
And it's not just the fans either. Listen to what fellow author Chris Whitaker said about it. He called it a classic, compulsive, taut, and thrilling novel. John Grisham at his irresistible, unforgettable best. Wow. When another great storyteller gives praise like that, you know it's got to be something special.
Which brings us right back to the heart of the mystery, doesn't it? Simon Latch knows he's innocent. He knows he's been framed. But with all the evidence stacked against him, he has to find the real killer. And the one question that will keep you flipping pages is, can he actually do it? So can he solve the mystery and clear his name before it's too late? If you want to find out for yourself, and trust us, you're going to want to, we've made it super easy for you. The link to this book is in the video description.